Enders of the Railroad, Part 5. That's a big consist. The engines on Sodor were being really useful and friendly as usual. Becky was parked in a siding in the rail yard when Mr. Cakester came to see her. "Today, Becky," he said, "I'd like you to pull 100 cars. That's a lot!" And Becky buffered up to the freight cars full of crates. And she hooked up nicely. "I'm ready to go," said Becky. And she steamed out of the yard. The train was big, but Becky carried on. "Woman engine coming through," Becky said, and the freight cars rolled along with all their items, as it was long and big. "Woman train coming through," Becky said. "I'm the strongest woman engine in the world!" And the freight cars were full of lots of items. Becky steamed past farm fields full of corn and vegetables. 100 freight cars was a lot of cars. But then Becky steamed up the grade with all of her weight. "Here I go," Becky said. "Woman train coming through." And she steamed along. Becky soon rounded the corner with all of her 100 freight cars, and the train was big. Becky had to stop at a signal to let the Amtrak Heartland Flyer go by, going to Oklahoma City. It had just left one of the stations. "Here comes the train," Becky said. "Chugga chugga 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 choo choo!" And the Heartland Flyer roared by. It was double-decker, with a cafe on the bottom floor and coach seats on the top. The signal changed to green, and Becky steamed away. "Woman engine coming through," Becky said. It was a lot of cars behind Becky, but she had lots of horsepower. Becky was excited to get to the end of the line, for the freight cars to be unloaded. Becky soon steamed through a cutting near the branch line, near the mountains. Meanwhile, Delphine and Mevy were parked in sidings. "I can't wait to leave with my baking supplies, and I can't wait to leave with my hazardous materials," Mevy said. On, faster, faster!" laughed the troublesome trucks. But the points were in the wrong position. "Oh no!" cried Becky. Her driver applied the emergency brakes. But it was too late. Fire erupted as Becky flipped all around. And Fatu was surprised to see the debris. "I can't believe it," said Fatu. "It was also too late for her to stop!" When the explosion and fire was out, everything came to a stop. Luckily, no one was hurt, but the crash was catastrophic, and Becky had flipped onto her side, laying in an empty field, I'm stuck here, Becky said. No one will save me now. She was distraught. Mr. Cakester walked up. I can't believe how this happened, he said. It's catastrophic. I'm sorry, sir, Becky said. Delphine and Mevy were parked and I crashed into Delphine and derailed her cars and derailed Mevy's cars too. The brake van stayed on the line with the freight cars that did not derail and it was unharmed. But Fatu was derailed and to be continued.